You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Okay, we've been about 10 minutes now. All the introductions are here. Might as well just get into it, right?
Just jump in, I reckon.
So
Just
Ron
jump right
DeSantis, Rhodes actually told me about this here. Ron DeSantis, he's not a big fan of Bud Light. He's not a fan. So we got two articles here, right here. This is the first one here without the video. DeSantis says Anheuser-Busch is too woke, lost him as a customer. Why would you want to drink Bud Light? That's a good question. Why would you want to drink Bud Light at this point?
That's a great question. A great question.
Fantastic question from Ron DeSantis right there. I mean, if these companies don't respect their customer base, don't be their customer. Don't be their customer. I guess down here, he gave an interview with Benny Johnson, and he said he wouldn't be drinking Bud Light anymore, as he did not wish to help enable woke companies in their goals of trying to change our country, trying to change policy, and trying to change the culture. Quote, why would you want to drink Bud Light? I mean, honestly, that's like them rubbing our faces in, and it's like these companies that do this, if they never have any response, they're just going to keep doing it. DeSantis told Johnson. The Republican governor suggested conservatives do not have to sit on the sidelines on the issue, but they have power to hit the company where it hurts, their bottom line. And I do agree with that. Quote, so if you as a customer like, yeah, they're doing that, but I'm just going to keep drinking it anyways, well, then we're going to keep doing it, the governor continued. So I think we have power as consumers to make our voice heard, and not on every company, because sometimes conservative customers aren't going to make a dent in some companies. Do you think he actually said this here because of Trump Jr.?
Well, I mean, he is a politician at the end of the day. And I know if I was Ron DeSantis, I would certainly capitalize on the opportunity. Yeah, I wouldn't let it go by. I mean,
Ron DeSantis had a rough month when when Trump was going after him and his non-silence.
Now, I would be lying if I thought he didn't really believe this.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
I think he believes it. I do. But sure, I mean, politicians are not going to do anything, it feels like, without some kind of an ulterior motive. Unfortunately, and I like Ron DeSantis. I do. I mean, when he runs in 2028, he's going to get my vote. But well, provided he doesn't screw up even more royally. Right. But yeah, I mean, I do. I think he actually means this. But yeah, of course, it's a political opportunity, and a good one. It's a good political opportunity.
It's a really good political opportunity.
Sure.
For him. Yeah, it's not surprising. I'm willing to bet that a majority of the base actually agree with what he said. And the timing could be more perfect when Trump Jr. is out there saying, oh, stop the boycott. Now, granted, Trump Jr. isn't running, but he's associated with his father. And I'm pretty sure Trump Sr. probably said, what the hell are you saying?
How big of a hole in Don Jr.'s ass did Don Sr. put in said son? Because my biggest issue with what Don Jr. had to say, it had to do with the money part.
Right.
When he brought up money, I was like, that was some murky Cypress swamp politician action. When you're bringing up the money you're getting donated and they gave this much money, on top of that, I'm starting to think, okay, so you've lost how much money on your stock right now? Is that what you're saying? You're starting to flip out because you're seeing your own dollar signs crashing and burning. I mean, look, if anybody's got stock in these corporations, and I understand a lot of people do,
Yeah.
but you've got to be prepared for them to do something stupid like this. I mean, as shocking as it is that Bud Light is the ones that did it,
That's why you
it's
should actually
kind of where we're
diversify
at.
your portfolio.
You better. Or
This is
you're
the
gonna
main reason right here for diversification.
you're gonna be left with a much smaller bag. I mean, let's be honest. And I think I saw this morning, and it was in passing, but I saw something in the neighborhood of $7.5 billion is where we're at right
really?
now. I think, yeah. It was on somebody's YouTube channel. It was in their title, but I don't know
Was
how
that this
accurate
morning?
that is. Yeah, I saw it this morning. But it said Bud Light's lost $7.5 billion.
Well, keep it going, man. Maybe they haven't even bent the knee yet. They gave a non-apology. So, you know what? Keep this going, man. Maybe it can get to 10 billion down, 20 billion down. I'm here for it, you know? I'm here for it.
I'm trying to find anything that would back said claim.
And we're starting to
I
get
know
more people in here now. 116 people watching.
I know
And
Bright-
over here on Rumble, also 15 people watching. So starting to make some gains here.
Yeah. Well, you mean we're not being suppressed all of a sudden?
Well,
randomly?
yeah, all of a sudden now it's people starting to come in.
Now, there was actual video to that? I haven't seen the video.
Yeah. Rhodes has not seen this video.
I want to see this.
Boy. It's epic, man. This is on Fox News. Teen DeSantis mocks Bud Light in new parody video supporting women's sports. Now, one of my favorite beer commercials was the Real Men of Genius. And DeSantis, he hit it right on the money right here. It's a parody of Real Men of Genius. Why? Because they got real men now. And all these woke sports leads out there trying to put men in women's sports. Nah. But this is it right here. It's called Real Men of Women's Sports. That's what it's called. You ready for this, Rhodes? I know you're gonna die laughing.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Team DeSantis presents
Real man of women's sports.
today.
Hack the system.
Once mediocre in the men's division, now cream of the crop in the women's.
From mediocre to champion.
You couldn't cut it with the boys.
Wow.
Podium.
Real man still first place.
Because without you, sports would be fair. Without you, women's sports would be for, well, women.
Wow. That's funny as hell.
That is funny right there.
That is funny. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh man.
God.
Good whole Bud Light, man. How did they go wrong? Didn't they have the best beer commercials?
They had some of the best beer commercials. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you, I did not like Bud Light's beer. I didn't. So, I can now.
Well, I believe
that
I believe when it comes to beer, I believe a lot of it is marketing. How it's marketed.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And now, when I'd go on a low carb diet,
You drink Bud Light?
Michelob Ultra
Okay.
is one of their brands, you know. And in fact, Melissa said the other day, she was like, Michelob Ultra is one of, I said, yeah. She was like, son of a bitch. I was like, yeah. I mean, it's a ton of brands in there, you know. I mean, I can only imagine how I've got buddies. One of my best friends and his wife, they are massive, massive Jimmy Buffett fans. So they are huge into Land Shark beer. I guarantee you they're not drinking it right now. You know, I can tell you that right now. They're not drinking it.
See, to me, I believe that marketing means almost everything. One reason why I started drinking Dos Equis was because the commercial, the most interesting man in the world, very, very good line of commercials. And then I started drinking it. Hey, it's pretty good beer. That's my beer choice when I actually go out and actually do drink beer. Is Dos Equis or Shonabach, because it's made here in Texas.
One of the things I like to do is if I cook a steak, you know, it's summertime, I'm outside, I'm grilling, I'm cooking. I always wrap my potatoes up in aluminum foil. I cook my potatoes on the grill along with my steak. And while I'm cooking them, getting ready to eat my steak, I like this. It's called Leinenkugels Summer Shandy. It's got a lemon twinge to it, but not like that nasty ass hard. What is it? Hard lemonade or Mike's?
Mike's hard
something?
lemonade.
Nah, it's much better than that. It's heavy as hell, but it's much better. It's real good with a steak. Summer day, you know, you got the humidity going in Texas, and a couple of cold ones of those. Yeah, with a good steak, good, barely just knock the horns off, punch the cow in the mouth, and throw it on a 3 minutes on each side, serve it kind of.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.